Not the critic who counts, not the man who points out the strong man's stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. These are the words of Theodore Roosevelt, a man determined to lead his country to prosperity. Roosevelt had a sense of vision. He introduced what was called the Great White Fleet to Japan in order to bring them out into the global market for both the benefit of their country and ours. He also guaranteed the construction of the Panama Canal, a strategic and invaluable shipping channel. And he had a very early vision of civil rights and pushed to have state schools desegregated. He said that his children went to school with black children and it did them absolutely no harm. Roosevelt also had a willingness to act. Trusts were a very big deal during Theodore Roosevelt's presidency, and no one wanted to mess with them. But Roosevelt became known as the Trust Buster, taking down several business tycoons and monopolies, including the railroad monopoly at the time. As Assistant Secretary of the Navy, Roosevelt actively prepared for and participated in the Cuban War in 1898 with his group of volunteer cavalry, the Rough Riders. And he also encouraged President McKinley to engage in the Russo-Japanese War to separate the two. Roosevelt could also handle conflict very well. He coined the phrase, "speak softly, carry a big stick," when forcing New York's leaders to abandon the support of Louis Payne, a very corrupt official at the time. He mediated the Russo-Japanese War in June 1905, calling them to peace in September. And he also sent the U.S. Navy to Panama to place themselves between Colombia and Panama in the 3-day bloodless Panamanian Rebellion. So Theodore Roosevelt now lives on as an example of a true leader, a man who let nothing stand in the way to benefit the people of his nation.
Yeah.